Hi, I'm Paula Beattie. I am a change expert. I've got 25 years of change management experience, and 7 of those years I've spent working with frontline teams in our National Health Service and execs, helping people manage change, drive change and adapt to change. And about 4 years ago, 3 things happened to me. So I'd always been very confident all my life, and I had COVID and got some anxiety symptoms, which I'd never really felt before. I went through menopause and I was put on a project team with someone who was very toxic, but in a very quiet way, quite an insidious way, very difficult to call it out. It was very covertly done. And bit by bit, I just felt my confidence ebbing away. And I woke up one day, it was about 6 weeks later, it only took 6 weeks, and I just felt that I'd lost all my confidence, and I felt this fear. I felt fear at the thought of coming into work, at walking into teams of people that I didn't know. It had never hit me before, but the first time in my life I realised what a real lack of confidence felt like. And I got a coach, I researched, I read, I watched podcasts, I did a whole load of things, and I was just determined to get myself back to where I was and who I was. And then over about 6 months, all the things that I had put into place, I tested and experimented with my change background. I'm very big on experiments and seeing what worked. And I realised the things that worked really well, and I got back to who I was. And then I looked around me at the hospital that I was in, and I realised that there were a lot of people like me who weren't feeling confident. There were nurses with 40 years of experience, there were junior doctors, there were execs, there were middle managers, they were everywhere. People who were just saying to me that they were lacking in confidence. And so all of the learning that I'd done, that had taken me back to who I was, I put that into a programme, I put it into a speaker event, a talk, and I rolled these out, and I trained hundreds and hundreds of people, and in about 1.5 years we became an outstanding hospital from the Care Quality Commission. Now, that wasn't just because of the confidence stuff that I was doing, and whereas before I'd seen nurses get upset in the face of authority if they weren't listened to, now I saw them actually standing their ground. So if a consultant had said a patient didn't need pain medication, the nurse would respectfully say, well, you've been with her for 2 minutes and I've been with her for 6 hours and she does need it. And they realised that they had a voice and they were using their voice, and that was one of the things that the Care Quality Commission fed back to us. Nurses were advocating for patients in the face of a greater authority. And it was a real change, and it really changed the culture of the whole organisation. I saw that confidence was a really huge unlock for people reaching their full potential, and for an organisation that was able to best use people. And people were stepping up for opportunities and promotions that perhaps they wouldn't have done before. And it built energy, it built innovation and ideas as people believed that they would be listened to. So they spoke up even more and became role model for other people around them. And I think confidence builds diversity. It's a huge asset in an organisation to have confident employees. And so that's what I did. In November 2024, I decided to set up my company, which is called Inspire Confidence, and that is what I do. I go into organisations and I do 3 things. I coach in terms of confidence with individuals. I design and run training programmes to help people become more confident. But the thing that I'm really excited about is that I train leaders on how to help other people become confident around them, especially if they have people in their team who aren't feeling too confident. I show them how to best support them without creating dependency. How can we support someone? How do we give feedback to someone who isn't feeling that confident? Because it will be in a different way to someone who is. How do we do that without damaging their sense of worth and their self-esteem? So that's what I do. I go into organisations and I see the difference it makes. I see the impact it makes. I've been working with a global bank and they have 18,000 people that we are looking at rolling this programme out to, that we've been designing and working on together. But I work with a small engineering consultancy. I'm working with a children's hospice. I'm working with a veterans charity. It doesn't really matter the size of organisation. Confidence is a problem in companies today, and I have a solution that can really help people and really help make an impact and bring better revenue, because with ideas and innovation comes better profits as well, and profitability. And so if you are interested in this, and if you think that your organisation would benefit from a culture where it's just normal for people to feel confident, and it's normal for leaders to understand and have their skills strengthened such that they can build confident people around them, then get in touch, because I would love to talk to you, and let's see where this takes us. Let's see if we can build an organisation together, a culture together, where everybody can thrive. And thank you for listening.